Greetings to all. Now we are going to understand about reconstitution of partnership, under which we are going to understand about valuation of goodwill. Now reconstitution of partnership takes place with the various conditions. But before that we have to learn this chapter valuation of goodwill because it contains the weightage of 4 to 6 marks in the board examination. Now goodwill. What is goodwill? Goodwill is the present value of expected future income, that is excess of normal return on the investment in tangible assets and the excess of price paid for the business as a whole over the book value or over the computed or agreed value of net assets purchased. Now this is some of the technical language which we are going to understand in this particular chapter with different methods. So all things will be solved when we will understand the methods. Now, some of the major features of goodwill are: the goodwill is an intangible asset. First of all, it has a realizable value when the business is sold. It comes into existence only due to various factors. That various factors we are going to discuss in this chapter further. While in the context of partnership, goodwill come into existence when the new partner enters in the business. Then he is given a share. He is given a share by the old partners, or you can say continuing partners. So when the continuing partners give the share to the new partner have to compensate them with some amount, and that amount is also termed as goodwill. So that all things we are going to discuss in the chapter. Now, nature of goodwill. Now, what is the nature of goodwill? Goodwill is a valuable intangible assets and not a fictitious asset, because it has a realizable value and when the business is sold. So when the business is sold, goodwill is having a realizable value. How, what, that we are going to learn in the chapter. There are two types of goodwill. First is self-generated goodwill and another one is purchase goodwill. Now self-generated goodwill means the goodwill which is created by our own. Now such kind of goodwill, that is in the books of accounts the name of goodwill is, but it is adjusted among the gaining and the sacrificing partners. So self-generated goodwill is not accounted anyways. Self-generated goodwill is not accounted, right? While at the same time purchase goodwill is always accounted, because they are present and they are arises with the excess price paid while purchasing or taking over the business over its net assets or the worth. For in a simple language we can say that when I sold my business to X person. Now when I value my assets and the liabilities, now I have assets of somewhat like 10 lakhs and my liabilities is somewhat like 3 lakhs. So what will be the value of my own assets and liabilities? It will be 7 lakhs. But when it is agreed and when it is sold out, when I am selling to X person, that X person is paying me 9 lakhs rupees. So assets and liabilities giving me value of 7 lakhs, while that is termed as net assets, while he is giving me 9 lakhs. So here 2 lakhs is termed as goodwill. So as it arises when the excess price is paid while purchasing or taking over the business. So this is clear. Okay, now further, need for valuation of goodwill. Now why there is a requirement of valuation of goodwill? So there are various factors which are required for the valuation of goodwill. So very first is when there is a change in profit sharing ratio. When basically there is a change in profit sharing ratio, when the new partner is admitted, when existing partner retires or dies, when the company is sold, or when the two firms amalgamate. Amalgamate means they merge together, they come together, like Mahindra Associates comes with XYZ Associates. So they both come together, then it will be Mahindra XYZ Associates. So this way they amalgamate and there will be goodwill factor. Or other ways like conversion of firm into company, that is partnership into company, if there is a conversion, then also this need for valuation of goodwill arises. Now, what are the major factors for uh, factors which affect the goodwill? Like how the goodwill can be increased or this way. So, very first point is efficient management. If the company is having efficient management, then goodwill will increase. If it is having a favorable location, means his shop or his location of the shop will be in the heart of the city, then he will be having a good goodwill. Then if it is a he is getting favorable contracts, now long term contracts or any favorable contracts which are like cream business, then he will be getting good goodwill. Then longer establishment of business, like if the this business is for the 10 years 20 years, or from the you can say ancestors are doing, like dada or uske bhi dada, then these are longer establishment of business, then their goodwill will be good. Apart from this, advantage of patents, if there is a patent, some patents is there with the company, then they are having a good goodwill. Then access to supply, means as per the demand, they can easily supply the goods, that is good arrangement of the supplies. Then quality, that is ready sale quality. Then market situation, how the market situation, that is lower capital is required, then higher profit will be earned and that will be benefited. Apart from this, risk, that is lower the lower risk, the normal the lower risk is there in the business, then it will be a good goodwill. And then nature of the business, what type of nature of business you are going with. Past performance, that is your profit, how your profits are increasing, that also is affecting the goodwill. And other factors like after sales services, or good customer relations, or good labor relation, that all are affecting the factors of goodwill. In all, there are four methods of finding out goodwill. First is average profit method, super profit method, capitalization average profit, and capitalization super profit. Average profit is again divided into two other methods, that is average profit itself and weighted average profit method. Now comes the next part, that is method average profit method. Now we are going to discuss about average profit method. Average profit method is having a two steps, that is first average profit, total profit divided by number of years, and goodwill is equal to average profit multiplied by number of purchase years. It is immaterial to write steps. If you don't write steps, it's okay, you can directly write down average profit is equal to total normal profit divided by number of years multiplied by number of purchase years. And then another formula is weighted average profit, where total weighted profits divided by total weights, that is step number 2. Goodwill is equal to weighted average profit multiplied by number of purchase years. Now where you have to understand about the business profit. Now what is business profit? Actual profit, when there is an actual profit minus abnormal gains plus abnormal losses. Now what is abnormal gain and what is abnormal losses, that we are going to discuss further. Now you might be aware that those expenses or incomes which are not in the recurring nature means they comes once in a while in the full life of business, maybe, right? Like loss on sale of assets, claim, or insurance claim, or sometimes dividend, they once a while, like after 10 years 15 years, that way it have appear. So they all comes in the category of abnormal gains and abnormal losses, right? And those who are of recurring nature means they are repeated again and again, like salary, insurance premium, or electricity bill, they are coming in the category of recurring nature, they comes again and again. So this is a formula you can jot down in your books. Then comes your explanation for number of purchase years. Now number of purchase years is simple, it will be given in the sum itself. Number of purchase years means number of years of which The firm is likely to earn same amount of profit even after change in ownership due to the past efforts, any factors, right? So every businessman can predict that in the future I will be earning this much of profit, right? So this is their number of purchase years, their prediction towards the purchase years. Then comes your weighted average profit. Weighted average profit is a simple formula where we have discussed previously, so I am not discussing over here again. Super profit. Now super profit means what? In a very simple language, I want to just convey super profit is equal to whenever your expectation, something you expect and you get more of this, that is termed, the difference is termed as super, right? Like for example, if I am investing 100 rupees and I expect something like 15 rupees from that, and in a actual performance when I have done that investment of 100 rupees and with the actual performance I earn somewhat like 20 rupees, then 5 rupees is termed as super. 5 rupees is termed as super profit. So this is all about the basic concept of super profit. It is also divided into 4 steps. That is, first is average profit. That is as per the average profit method only what we have to find out. Normal profit is equal to capital employed multiplied by net rate of return. Then super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit, and goodwill is equal to super profit method multiplied by number of purchase years. So as we have discussed that when capital employed means the amount invested of which I expect that this much amount I will receive, but actual amount you may have received more. So here the difference will be super profit. Now here there is a formula of capital employed which is given over here. So capital employed is equal to capital employed have 2 approaches. First is liabilities approach and another one is asset approach. The liabilities approach is equal to share capital plus reserves and surplus plus fictitious asset minus non-trade investment, while not fictitious asset will be minus, okay. And then asset approach says that all assets except goodwill and fictitious asset less outside liabilities. So non-trade investment, what do you understand by non-trade investment? So non-trade investment is equal to investment for reserve fund for the business. For example, debenture redemption fund investment, or fictitious assets is equal to discount on issue of debentures or preliminary expenses. That is the license wala example what I have given, right? So this we will discuss. Capital employed we will discuss when there is a requirement, but right now only this simple structure of capital employed is given. Now capitalization of average profit. There are 2 methods, another left. One is capitalization of average profit, that is capitalized value of average profit minus capital employed. That is where capital value of average profit is equal to average profit divided by 100. Capital value of average profit is equal to average profit divided by NRR multiplied by 100. And capitalization super profit is equal to goodwill is equal to super profit divided by NRR multiplied by 100. So now we are switching towards the sums. Now they are very simple sums which are located over here, which we are going to continue with this. Goodwill is to be valued at 3 years purchase of 4 years profit of last 4 years. So here they had mentioned that you have to calculate goodwill for 3 years purchase. See, 3 years purchase, right? So now here they had given the profits, that is 12,000, 18,000, 16,000 and 14,000. Just make a total of this and then get your average profit. Ultimately average profit multiplied by number of years. Number of years 3 is mentioned, so we will multiply by 3. Then comes your next. Calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase of average profit of last 5 years, that is preceding 5 years. Now in this also we have to simple 8 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 18 lakhs, negative 4 lakhs, that is this is loss. This is loss. So and 13 lakhs. So what we are supposed to do is loss we have to minus. So switching towards this same formula, total profits divided by number of purchase years, 8 lakhs plus 15 lakhs plus 18 lakhs minus 4 lakhs plus 13 lakhs whole divided by 5. Therefore 50 lakhs divided by 5 is equal to 10 lakhs, and then average profit multiplied by number of purchase year. So ultimately goodwill is equal to 30 lakhs. So we will get the goodwill 30 lakhs. Now another sum is given. Xiaomi and Yacht are the partners sharing in the ratio of 3:2. They admit Zebra into the partnership for 1/4 share in the goodwill. Zebra brings in share of goodwill in cash. Goodwill for this purpose is to be calculated at 2 years purchase of average profit of last 3 years. So here in this they had mentioned 2 years purchase. See, 2 years purchase of average of last 3 years. So profit for last 3 years they had given. So that gives you profit, including profit on sale of assets, including loss by fire, and including insurance and this. So one by one we are going to adjust this as a normal profit, or we have to find out first business profit, right? So you are required to value the goodwill. So we will moving with the working note first. So have a look on the working note, please. Looking at the working note, 50,000 including profit on sale of assets. So here you can see 50,000 I have mentioned over here profit. Now when there is a profit means they had increased by 5,000 my profit, but it is not a normal profit. It is what? Abnormal kind of profit, that is non-recurring. So non-recurring will be minus. So that gives you 45,000. In 2019 loss is 20,000. Now it includes loss by fire 30,000. Now fire will be not occurred every year in this. So this is to be added. So here negative 20,000 plus 30,000 will give you 10,000 as my actual profit. While in 2020 70,000 is my profit, which include insurance claim. Insurance claim of 18,000 and investment and dividend received 8,000. So investment and dividend both are non-recurring nature, that is they are abnormal. They are abnormal income, so we are going to minus that. Ultimately my actual profit comes out as 44,000, which is termed as business profit also. So this way I got 45,000, 10,000 and 44,000. Make a average of that, that gives you 33,000, and then finally goodwill is equal to average profit multiplied by number of purchase years. So finally we will get goodwill of the firm as 66,000, right? Now they had asked in the sum that Zebra's find out Zebra's share of goodwill, right? We have to find out Zebra's share of goodwill. Now Zebra's contribution for the profit is how much? 1/4. So we will be applying here very simple formula, 66,000 multiplied by 1 by 5. So 66,000 1 by 5 will give you finally 16,500 as our final answer. Here comes next sum. Sumit purchased Amit's business. Now one person is purchasing another business. Goodwill was to be valued at 2 years purchase of average profit of last 4 years. The profit for the past 4 years were this much. So here they had purely given the profits, that is 80,000, 1,45,000, 1,60,000 and 2 lakhs. Now looking at this all things, there are some of the adjustment which are given in the sum. So we are going to first solve that. Verbally first I will be solving that, and then I will be showing in the sums. So first have a look on this. Abnormal loss. What we will be doing for abnormal loss? Now abnormal loss is implied that they had debited in profit and loss account. So abnormal loss they had already minus. So what we are going to do, that is correct, plus. Fixed asset sold in the year 2018, gain of 25,000. We had incurred a gain of 25,000. So what we are going to do is minus, that is subtraction. And in the year 31st March 2019, assets of the firm were not insured due to oversight. Insurance premium not paid rupees 15,000. So what we are going to do is, this is what? This is firm's expenses, and they had not charged. So this is of recurring nature. This is recurring nature, यानी ये रूटीन का खर्चा है, उन लोग ने नहीं दिया, सो हम देंगे, उसको चार्ज करेंगे. सो वी विल बी माइनसिंग दिस. सो हैव अ लुक ऑन दिस. So first of all, I had transfer all the respective way, particulars 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. Then I have transfer profits respectively what is given in the sum, and then one by one normal and abnormal adjustments of the profit gains and expenses I had transfer. So very first is abnormal loss, 20,000 I had to minus because 80,000 was profit. 1,45,000 gain will be minus. And then last 18, 19, 15,000 is the recurring expenses, that is your normal expenses for the insurance, so that we have to minus. So ultimately I got 1 lakh, 1,20,000, 1,45,000 and 2 lakhs. This is on an average of 4 years, and number of purchase mentioned in the sum is 2 years. So we have finally concluded this by final answer of 2,82,500. So 2,82,500 we have got the final answer. That's it. So I hope you had understood the whole sum, and that will be settled off. So that ends this whole things. Now in the next video we are going to understand about some adjustment kind of goodwill, where the profits are given and additional adjustments are given, that type of sums, and capitalized profit and super profit we are going to learn in the next video. Thank you.